إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفر ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا أسود من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. Alhamdulillah, we are here still dealing with the Ajrumiyah, and we are now in the chapter of Jawazim. Okay? Jawazim, the things that make something jazmi, meaning that it has, what are the signs of jazmi? Ooh, let's start again. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. What are the signs of jazmi? Sah, sin, ha. Sukun wa hadfu noon. Wa jazmuhu idha aradta jazma? No, that's not how it goes. وإن السكون ذوي الأذهان والحذف ذي الجزم علامتان. It's real easy. إن السكون, the sukun, and the حذف noon. So we remember the word sah. حذف الآخر is more clear. As Mahmoud just said, cutting off the end, not just the noon, whatever it comes as. So as we go in the poem, we did with the nasbi, and see, the thing about it is this. Understand this: the poem that the poem or the work that we're doing right now in Ajrummiyah, we finished a foundation. The first foundation lets you know what is an ismun, fi'lun, harfun, what are the signs to recognize an ismun, fi'lun, harfun, what is i'rab, and the signs of i'rab. That's your foundation. We're done with that first phase. Now we're in a second phase. During this second phase, we're starting to learn other things that are established on the first phase, meaning what are the signs of the nawasib? What makes something nasb? What are the signs of the judgment? What is the fi'lun in the different types of af'al? After we're done with that, we get on a third phase, which is built on the first two phases. So, right, it's very stair-stepped, but there are things that come together. Things that come together. So if you're not really strong on that first portion, then you can't get here. And if you're not ready to regurgitate what you've learned in the first portion, you're not going to benefit too much here. But let's try from it. Let's go here. It says the bab or the fasl fi al-jawazim. Regarding al-jawazim. Say that. Fi jawazim. Okay, now, this is jawazim making the jazm or the fi'l al-mudari. And so we say, wa jazmuhu. إذا أردت الجزم بلم ولم وألم ألم وجزمه إذا أردت الجزم بلم ولم وألم ألم. Pay attention. وجزمه إذا أردت الجزم بلم ولم وألم ألم. Say that, please. وألم ألم. This is going to rhyme, guys. وألم ألم. ولام الأمر والدعاء ثم لا. ولام الأمر والدعاء ثم لا في النهي والدعاء نلت لا. Okay, we're going to stop here today. We're going to break this down because I can tell that you guys haven't memorized this. And the reality is that you're not to take a lesson you haven't already memorized. It doesn't benefit too well. But this is easy. We can memorize this right now. وَجَزْمُهُ إِذَا أَرَدْتَ الْجَزْمَ. Say it. وَجَزْمُهُ إِذَا أَرَدْتَ الْجَزْمَ. إِذَا أَرَدْتَ الْجَزْمَ بِلَمْ وَلَمَّ وَأَلَمَّ وألم ألم وألم ألم وجزمه إذا أردت الجزم بلم ولم وألم ألم ولام الأمر والدعاء ثم لا ولام الأمر say ولام الأمر والدعاء ثم لا في النهي والدعاء نلت لاملا. Well, let's do this real easy. Pass me some pens. Yunus, تعال أعطيني قلم. المختلف اللون. شكرا. Here we have نلت لاملا. Say نلت لاملا. نلت الأمل. الأمل here or نلت لاملا. Here what it would mean is you've arrived, you've achieved what you hoped for. Your hope and desire, your aspiration. Okay? And it's only here to timmat al-bayt, to complete the line. Okay? To complete the poem in a way that would make some benefit to you. So he's saying here to you, with this that he's given you, you've achieved your objective. Why is he saying that? Because these are the asl. We have a lot, but these are the asl. When we're dealing with jazm, al-jawazim, it comes for a reason. Usually it comes for a reason as a condition. Here and these right here, they're going to come with different reasons, each one of them, but these are asli. The ones that come after it are built and based on these. So, وَجَزْمُهُ إِذَا أَرَدْتَ الْجَزْمَ. This first part, give me a green one. Shukran. This first sentence here is telling you what we're dealing with. وَجَزْمُهُ. Who means فِعْلُ الْمُضَارِعِ. فِعْلُ what? مُضَارِعِ. The فِعْلُ الْمُضَارِعِ. Dealing with the verb or the action word that comes مُضَارِعًا. What is an action word that comes مُضَارِعًا? It comes like an ismun. What is it like an ismun? The ends change. So we're not dealing with every ism. Every fi'lun. We're only dealing with the fi'lun, what? Mudari'un. Meaning that it's like the ism, in that the ism changes. Ja'a Zaydun, Ra'ayna Zaydan, Mararna bi Zaydin. Right? So now we have a fi'lun mudari. And we already learned in the fi'lun mudari also, it comes yaf'alu, wa taf'alu, wa naf'alu. Right? وَأَفْأَلُ or نَأْتِي or أَنَيْتَ. We have these things. So he's talking about this. How do you make it jazm? What does it mean to be jazm? Meaning that it has a sukoon at the end of it, or it has a halfu. The end is cut off. Okay? And it's cut off if it has one of the weak letters. What are the weak letters? Alif, waw, ya. So all of this is coming into consideration as we start this. But we learned all of this before. Like I said, this is based on a foundation. So based on this understanding, if we want to make it jazm, what? The fi'l mudari, meaning making it sukoon or hadfu noon, either arat al-jazma, if you intended with that thing to make it jazm, then these are the things that we would have to use. What does bi mean? Utilizing. Bi here means utilizing. We learned this when we first started by learning the word Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, utilizing the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most gracious, the most, if you want to translate it that, the extremely merciful to all creation, the specifically merciful to what? The believers. Okay? I'm going to do something, utilizing the name of Allah. So, if you want to make something jazm, you have to utilize lam. What does lam mean? Now, give me the black pens. Hey, Yunus. Hiya. Asra, asra. Shukran. Lam. Everybody say lam. Lam. Lam is a harf. It is a harful jazm, meaning it is a small word. How many types of words are there? No. How many types of words are there? Come on, open up your mouths. Three types of words. Ismun, fi'lun, what? Harfun. Harfun ja'a lima'na, right? A harfun has to come with a meaning. This is a harfun. How many types of harfun are there? Three. We mentioned there's a harfun that means what? A regular letter, right? Then there's a harfun that was what? Letters of ziyada, right? Like sa'altumuniha, right? Then we go maf'ulin or anayta and these types of things, right? Then we have the other type of harf. The harf that comes with an act that does some work in a sentence. Okay? You have huruful khafti, right? What are huruful khafti? Min, wahiya? من إلى وعن وفي وربا والباء وعلى والكاف واللام وواو وماء وتاء ومذ ومنذ ولعل. And what are the huruf al-nasb? An wa anna. You know what? Okay, well. Okay. Anyway, we have an wa anna as the main two. Okay? An wa anna. Okay, so then we go here. Now we're dealing with the huruf dealing with jazm. And jazm, lan. No? So, lam here, it's a harf of jazm, and it's a harf of negation. It negates. What does it do? It negates in the past. It negates in action, but it works with a word that is in the present tense. It works with the fi'l al-mudari. So if you say, lam yaf'al, say it. You see I made a sukoon on it, right? Can I say lam yaf'alu? No, because this is a harf of jazm. It makes the fi'l al-mudari have a jazm at the end of it. You understand? Now let's say we want to cut the end of it. Lam yakhsha. Here we have yakhsha. What happened to the ending? We cut the ending off. Because the word is what? Khashiya. Right? Khashiya. With the ya at there. But we cut it off because it has lam. It has hadf. So this is sukoon, right? And this is hadf. The cutting off of the end. When is it hadf? It's hadf when it has one of the endings right here, right? Yeah, we played that. And it's sukoon when it has any other letter. We good? No. When you tell me if I'm going too fast for people's, okay? Or if it's confusing. Eunice, don't play with the pens. Be ready to give me the pen. Ta'al huna, just aqrib. Give me something to wipe the board, please. Ijlis huna. Okay, so we have lam yaf'al, lam yakhsha, lam yarmi. Okay? You guys with me? Let me get this. So now taking that into consideration, let's go on further. We're dealing with lam, just with lam. So it makes what comes after it, it negates what comes after. You understand that? Yes. What if it's more than one action would be the question. She said, what if it's more than one person? Meaning, what if it's more than one person? Then we would go in the plural. What would you say? Yaf'alun. Yaf'aluna. Right? Say that. Yaf'aluna. Right? So what would we do? When we say lam, what? Lam yaf'alu. We do hadf here. And we put an alif. What is the alif for? Al-alifu farika. It means what? What does this alif tell us? The word is ended. That's the only thing it means. The word is ended. That's what it tells us. And we do hadfu. How do we know that's hadfu? Because it has lam. Okay? When taf'alu, wa lan taf'al. That's lan taf'alu. Okay? So, lam yaf'alu. Okay? So, erase that, Eunice, please. So, that's how we deal with lam. Now, we have an easy way. Let me give you. Here's an easy example. We give an example from the Quran. Lam yalid. What do we say? Lam yalid. Lam yalid. From the word is walada. Walada. Okay? He gave birth. She is wulidat. It was born. Or he has a son. Lam yalid. Okay? It negates this action. You guys get it? So here, erase this. That's the example we have. So it's a jazm. Erase it. It did not. Okay? Now after that, walamma. They say walamma. We did one already, right? The second one is walamma. Walamma. I can't hear you. Walamma, okay? So then when we're dealing with lamma, let me see that book right there. Shukran. Oh, you messed my page up. I'm going to have to fire you. You want to be fired? I can't hear you. Bell. لما تذوقوا كل عذاب. Okay, so here, امسك. Say بل لما يذوقوا عذاب. لما. You see this word right here? Guys, speak to me. It says bal. Bal says rather. Say rather. لَمَّا يَذُوقُوا عَذَابٍ. The asl for this word is يَذُوقُونَ. Naam, يَذُوقُونَ. It's from the word ذوق, to taste, okay? So lamma is, what did I tell y'all before? As a rule, more letters, what? More letters, what? More letters, what? More meaning. So it says, rather, they have not yet. Okay? Lam means didn't. Right? What does lam mean? Didn't. Did not. Okay? أعطيه الكتاب. ما فيش مشكلة. يعني lam means didn't. Right? وَلَمَّا, say lamma. Didn't yet. He hasn't yet done it. You understand that? You understand how that's added meaning? For example, if it's stronger than lam. Okay? And I had some people tell me there's no such word as lamma. Some Arabs come tell me, no, what do you mean lamma? That doesn't mean anything. It's just because these people may not know it because they don't use it. So for example, if you want to say, did you hit Yunus? أضربت يعني أخاك لم أضربه. So he said, لم أضربه, I didn't hit him. Now, if I ask Maymuna, did you hit your brother? She's going to say, لما أضربه. أضربتي أخاك? لما أضربه, because she's about to hit him. She didn't hit him yet. But that shows clarity that you haven't even done that thing yet. Okay? You haven't done it yet. So when Allah says, بَلْ لَمَّا يَذُوقُوا عَذَابٍ, they haven't yet tasted the fire or tasted the punishment. They don't even know yet. They haven't even tasted the punishment yet. Okay? But it says yet with the lamma. Okay? You guys with me? All right. So we did two. The next one, wa'alam. Everybody say wa'alam. Alam ya'alam. Alam. Alam. Or you can say alam tara. Alam tara. Haven't you yet seen? Didn't you see? Okay? But some people say, well, that's from this one. Alam ya'alam Allah. Alam ya'alam. Let me see the book over there. Yeah, alam ya'alam. بسرعة يا ولد أنا لا أخذ مني شمال شكرا جزيلا اجلس ألم نشرح لك صدرك. That's a better one. ألم نشرح لك صدرك. ألم نشرح. It's easy right here because this fulfills the objective that we're doing here. ألم نشرح. ألم نشرح. Didn't we open? Didn't we open up? You open your chest. But so we see that alam here is, what's the more meaning here? Alam, say alam. It's didn't. Didn't it happen? You guys get it? Alam nashrah. You follow me or not? So you see the different construction brings you different meaning. No crying babies. And then we say, إِلَيْكُمْ يَا بَنِي بَكْرٍ إِلَيْكُمُ أَلَمَّ تَعْلَمُوا مِنَّ الْيَقِينَ. Alaykum, so it says, Ilaykum ya bani bakrin, ilaykumu alamma. So we're dealing with alamma, because we don't have one from the Quran with alamma, but we have it from Shi'r al-Jahiliyyah, poetry of old. Remember before we said that the Arabic language has three proofs. The first proof is what? Quran. The second proof is what? Hadith. And the third proof is what? The poetry of the Arabs before Islam. Why before Islam and not after Islam? Because the poetry is, the understanding of the poetry is what the Quran was sent down on, the best of their Arabic. So it says, إِلَيْكُمْ يَا بَنِي بَكْرٍ إِلَيْكُمُ أَلَمَّ تَعْلَمُوا مِنَّ الْيَقِينَ. Then we kill ya. Yaqeen here means death. To you, Ya Bani Bakrin, another tribe is saying to another one, because the Arabs used to make like songs and poetry to the other ones, just like they do with raps. You know, you have a rap, somebody say, yo, we're going to get you. You better do something. And then Nas comes back with himself, I got myself a gun. You know, to his response to the guy saying, we're going to get you. And he said, I got myself a gun. You know, so it's going back and forth. So here they're saying, Ilaykum ya bani bakrin, ilaykumu. To y'all, you know, y'all know what's up. Alamma, haven't y'all yet learned? Like we said, this one was lam, was did not. Lamma, not yet. Alam, didn't. Alamma, a combination. Didn't y'all not yet learn from us what yaqeen is, what death is? Didn't we kill y'all before? You guys get it? So this is the fourth one, or the third one that we have here. I'm sorry, this is the fourth one that we have right here. Lam walamma, wa'alam, alamma. You follow me? These are the things that make it jazm. They make the word that come after it jazmuhu. Okay? Alam tara. It would usually be tara with the alif maqsoor here. But because of the alam, we cut it off. Hadful nun, hadful akhiri. We following that? Okay. Erase the board, Eunice, please. Then it says, lam al-amri wad-du'a'i thumma la. Fi nahyi wad-du'a'i nilta la mala. It goes, let me help him out because he's got to do it stronger than that. ألما إليكم يا بني بكر إليكم ألما تعلموا من اليقين. I didn't write it down because most people don't understand Shi'r al-Jahiliyyah. Most people don't understand poetry of old, so I didn't put it down, but I recited it. ألما تعلموا منا ألما تعلموا. Okay, haven't y'all yet learned minna from us al-yaqina, what it is to feel death? Okay, so they talking trash to people they already beat up in a fight. Let's say you have a fight with somebody and then they still coming back. So we say, ilaykum is take care of yourself. Ilaykum, anfusakum. You know?
Yeah, but how do we use that in normal?
Same way. Let's say, she said, how do we use it in a sentence? Let's say, you know, your child, it's just an example that we used from that poetry. Let's say your child, Maymuna, for example, you told her, to wash the dishes, and she didn't wash the dishes good enough. You still finding, you know, stuff inside the dishes or too much soap or something like that, as Zainab do or something like that. So you say, alamma ta'alami kayfa taghsili al-suhun. Haven't you yet learned how to wash the dishes? And you're 13 years old? Alamma ta'alami? Afahimt? Or I could say to you guys, alamma tahfadhu. Haven't y'all yet memorized Ajrumiyah? Alamma tasta'idu? Haven't you not got ready for your lessons? Fahimt? Alamma tafhami? Okay. You guys got that? So, walam al-amri wad-du'a. Here we put these together. Walam al-amri wad-du'a. Even though they're separate, okay? This would be 5 and 6, but 5 and 6 are connected to the lam. What do we say? 5 and 6 are connected to what? And so you have to understand the Arabic sentence in order to distinguish between the two. Okay? The lam of the amr, we give you an example of lam al-amr here. The lam of amr would be liyunfiq. 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 Dhu sa'atin min sa'atihi. Okay. Okay, so liyunfiq, here is liyunfiq, here is the lam of amr. The lam here is the order. Liyaf'al, liyunfiq. You guys get it? And it's a sukoon here. Liyunfiq. Nafaqa is what? To spend. Okay? It's when someone has been given rizq, provision from Allah. Ijlisi mughayra bihadha. And then afterwards, they take what they've been provided with from Allah and they spend it on somebody else. So he says, liyunfiq, it's an order. He shall spend, the one who has money, min sa'atihi, from his expansive wealth, from his wealth. So it's an order, liyunfiq. You guys get it? Now the other one is what du'a. You hear guys with the lam of du'a? Well, lam al-nahiya. I don't want to do lam al-nahiya. Lam al-du'a. Let me see the other one right there. Hayya. Shukran jazilan. Trying to get a good example. Oh, messed up my shirt. لينفق ذو سعة من سعته ليقضي علينا. Here is the one for dua. ليقضي. نعم. ليقضي علينا ربنا ربك. ليقضي علينا ربك. Okay? Here, this one is a dua. ليقضي. And this is dealing with hadf. For the word is qadi, right? Qadaya, right? This is qadiya, qadiya. So we cut off the hadfu here, is cutting off the end of it, which is the ya, and it says, لِيَقْضِي عَلَيْنَا رَبُّكَ, meaning, in order for your Lord, we're making a dua, لِيَقْضِي عَلَيْنَا, so that the Lord would just kill us. That's what yaqdi here means. Just destroy us. This is the people in the hellfire. They don't want to be continuously punished over and over. So they're making a dua. لِيَقْضِي عَلَيْنَا رَبُّكَ. Go ask your Lord. They're talking to the angel and they're making dua. Go ask your Lord just destroy us. Okay? Just let us die. So they can find, a peace in their death. Okay? You guys follow me in that idea? So, this is the lam here, liyaqdi, is a dua. Okay? Then we say, la fi dua. La fi nahyi. Say, la fi nahyi wa dua. Fi nahyi wa dua. What does nahyi means? What is nahyi? What? Nahyi is to prohibit something. What does prohibit mean in English? I mean, that's an English word, but what does prohibit mean? To forbid. So the la that you mean with it, do not do. Don't. That's what you mean when you say la here. Okay? Because there's a couple of la. You say, if you ask in the past tense, did he do such and such a song? لا يذهب يعني زيد لا يذهب إلى مكان ما. لا يذهب. There's nothing happened to that word, right? لا يذهب زيد إلى محل. Zayd did not go to that place. Okay? Or he's not going to that place. But if you want to say, لا تذهب. You hear that? لا تذهب. Here you're giving the la of prohibit. Of, what do you call the word? No, what do you give me a different word besides prohibit? Forbid. You're forbidden with that la. Don't do that. Okay? لا تحزنوا. Okay? Don't do whatever you're being told to do. Okay? Here is لا تحزن. I don't like that one because, لا تحزن. لا, say لا تحزن. لا تحزن. Don't you worry. Huzn, okay? Huzn is to be sad or to have anxiety. لا تحزن. إن الله معنا. In Allah, the fact is that Allah is what? إن الله معنا, is with us. Okay? So don't worry. Don't be sad. Don't worry. The fact is that Allah is with us. Okay? But don't worry about this part right here. But worry about this. لا تحزن. It's in order. Don't worry. You okay? لا تتكلم. لا تفعل كذا. Okay, so that's in the order. Now when we're dealing with it from a dua, what is a dua? Hello? What's a dua? What is a dua? Don't say supplication. Nobody knows what supplication is. I never heard of the word before I became Muslim. What is a dua? What is an invocation? An invocation, what is that? Prayer. Maybe they say that in French, but they don't say that in English. Nobody says I'm going to invocate to God. I never heard such a thing. Maybe they say that in Nigeria. They say supplicate in Nigeria. See, that's that British English. And Americans was ignorant people. They lost all that type of talk. We say we're going to pray. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. We're going to pray. And then the cats in New York, when we learned what prayer was, we just said make dua. We just jumped the whole thing. It just kept the word dua. So what does prayer mean? Here, it means to ask Allah for something. To ask Allah outside of the act of making the movements of the salah. Okay? So when you want to say a negation, here, you're saying la, are you ordering Allah? No, but you're pleading with Allah. So the la of dua, the reason why we mention all this, because you're talking to who? You're talking to Allah subhanahu. So in your speaking to Allah, making dua to Allah, you have to remember who you're talking to. Can you order Allah around? No. So you're making a request in a way that we would say, like you do in court. No, don't give me the fine. You're ordering the judge? No. You're requesting in an emphatic, strong language for you not to get this fine if you're going to get the fine. Or it's like the person who's about to get killed. They say, no, don't kill me. Or when you're about to beat the children because they didn't wash the dishes properly, they say, no, don't. It was Zainab's day. It wasn't my day. They say, no. That's the la of dua. Okay? La tu'akhidna. Say that. La tu'akhidna. لا تؤاخذنا. تؤاخذنا. نعم. تؤاخذنا. If إن نسينا أو أخطأنا. Don't you call us to account. Don't take us to account. Don't punish us. Okay? لا تؤاخذ يونس. ايش كذا؟ اذهب إلى الوراء هذا. إذا أردت أن تلعب اذهب إلى الوراء. لا تؤاخذنا. So here we see that the la here is a negation of, don't call us to account. Since you don't want us to call us to account, we don't want to be held to account, we say la tu'akhidna, and it's also with a sukoon. That is what we have for today. These are the fundamentals of this chapter. Please memorize this and you'll start to notice these things in the language. See, the only way these lessons in Al-Ajrumiyah will help you, number one, if you read Quran daily. If you struggle to read Quran daily, I don't care if it's just one page. How many lines on a page? 15. There's 15 lines on a page. Every page starts with an ayah and ends with an ayah. Okay? It used to take me 45 minutes to read one page. Okay? That's how it is sometimes. And then you get better and better. You'll start to notice these things if you memorize your lesson and you continue to read Quran, because then you'll start seeing them. They'll start jumping out to you. And there's a reason for everything. There's a reason for everything. Don't take these lessons and say, oh yeah, I'm up to something, and you can't articulate it. You can't practice it. It's not good. Okay? So, وَجَزْمُهُ إِذَا أَرَدْتَ الْجَزْمَ بِلَمْ وَلَمَّ وَأَلَمْ أَلَمَّ وَلَامُ الْأَمْرِ وَالدُّعَاءِ ثُمَّ لَا فِي النَّهْيِ وَالدُّعَاءِ مِلْتَ لَا مَلَا. As again, it's a proof you guys didn't study, because usually when I start reciting, you guys start reciting with me. Okay? I remember one day that I was sitting with Sheikh Muhammad Salim Ad-Dud Al-Shanqiti rahimahullah, and I was sitting right next to his chair, and I was reciting to him Mu'allaqat al-Sab'i, the Zuhair ibn Abi Sulma. It's an old poetry of Jahiliyyah. And the brothers had come to me and told me, sometimes the brothers is really off it. They don't know what they're doing. They think they want to protect you from the sheikh, protect the sheikh from you. So they told me, brother, you reciting with all this rhythm and rhyme, that's not good. It's not really good, man. It's like the sheikh don't really like it, but the sheikh ain't going to tell you because he's too shy. Because I was reciting like I'm doing now. وَجَزْمُهُ إِذَا أَرَدْتَ الْجَزْمَ بِلَمْ وَلَمَّ وَأَلَمْ أَلَمَّ. I'm putting a little bit of Brooklynese in there. So then I said, okay, I hated that, but I couldn't fight it. So I went to the sheikh and I started to recite, وَجَزْمُهُ إِذَا أَرَدْتَ الْجَزْمَ بِلَمْ وَلَمَّ وَأَلَمْ. Going like that. So the sheikh, he listened to me, and before he gave me a sharh, an explanation, he said, this was in poetry of Jahiliyyah, which is supposed to come with a rhythm. He said, it looks like Abu Tawbah hasn't studied today. He hasn't memorized. And I said, yeah, sheikh, wallahi, I studied today, like the kids. Wallahi, wallahi, wallahi. I felt so bad that he was, that he would say that I didn't study. I came to the class unprepared. I'm trying to sneak in a lesson without memorizing. Because it's a rule. You got to memorize before you come sit here. Don't waste my time. You don't know what you want to know. So then I said that. He said, no, because if you have memorized, you would have recited it like you always recite it with the rhythm that you're doing. He started to imitate me, okay? So I said, astaghfirullah. I looked at them guys like, yo, I'm going to beat you guys after this right here. I said, these guys, I started snitching. I said, yo, these guys here, they told me that you were feeling bad the way I was reciting it with all that rhythm and everything, and that it was wrong, and that you was too shy to tell me, okay? And he said, la. The asl, the fundamental with poetry, is that it's supposed to be on a scale, that it's supposed to be recited like music, with this rhythm and this beat to it. No, it's not music, but it's supposed to have a rhythm to it. That's why we have these scales, they rhyme. He said, and plus, he said, I'm the sheikh. You come here for me to teach you. If you're doing something wrong, then I have to correct you. Recite like you used to recite. And I started to, I said, yeah. And I didn't say yeah, but I looked at them dudes like, yeah, see? He gave it to me, man. And I started to recite it like I had memorized it with the rhythm and everything. And then he gave me this shot. And I stopped listening. It was a couple of times. Stop listening to the brothers when they come to you with this stuff. Go to the teacher. Go to the teacher. That's his job. There's no shyness in bringing out the truth. What did Sulaim said? Ya Rasulullah, inna Allah la yastahyi min al-haq. She said, Ya Rasulullah, O Messenger of Allah, Allah is not afraid of the truth. Does a woman have to make a ghusl if she has a wet dream? This is what she said. In front of men she said this. And she's not the wife of the Prophet. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Showing there is no shyness in asking a question when you don't know. Imam Shafi'i said, it's foolish to pretend that you know something that you don't know. Or that you understood something that you didn't really understand because you're ashamed to ask. Okay? So I'm saying that because I don't think you guys memorized. Okay? And you don't deserve a lesson if you didn't memorize. Okay? Today I have my brother Abu Fatima here. He's coming from Virginia. Was it Maryland or Virginia? No. Maryland, you know, and this is one of my students. We used to study together in, in Egypt. When it was a lot different. We were a lot more harder and stricter in the classes the way it was. And he reminded me of that today. You know, you guys get it easy here and you don't take advantage of the ease that you have. Wallahi, we literally traveled around the world just to get something like this. And even when we got there, they didn't care that we traveled around the world. We still had to sit in line and struggle to get it. And we still had to find ways to feed and eat. And so don't tell us that you're working hard. We had to work hard over there too. We had to do whatever we had to do in different parts of the world. The situation was different. No, in Mauritania, we did not have to work. There was no work anyway. But in Egypt, in Senegal, we had to work. We had to find some way to feed ourselves. So you can't complain that you got to do this. You got internet, you got videos, you got audios. We didn't even have books in English that could teach us this stuff. So you guys gotta step up to the ladder and stop fronting. Stop pretending that you want this stuff. Or it's like Salim al-Hilali said. He said, all you want to do is taste knowledge. You don't want to bite down on it and really study. That's too much. You just want a taste of it. And that's why we can't get further. Because after you're entertained, as it starts getting long, you fall off. We used to say it takes 90 days for us to see a student. The ulama of the past used to say it takes a year. They would let you hang around for a year and just teach you some other stuff. And if you were still there after the year, then they start giving you strong lessons after the year. Here, it only takes 90 days. Okay? After 90 days, the students start falling off. Okay? And they expect you to know they're not going to be consistent. So, you may think that I'm being tough. I'm not trying to be tough. Wallahi, I want you people to get it. But I can't give it to you any more than I'm giving it to you. You have to do something. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولس. نعم, read it again. وجزمه إذا أردت الجزم بلم ولم وألم ألم ولام الأمر والدعاء ثم لا في النهي والدعاء نلت لام لا. فهمت؟ أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.